So in Disney Epic Mickey Mouse goes into the NSYD's workshop and finds the paintbrush. And unbeknownst to him, he creates a thinner disaster which ravishes Wasteland. And time passes. Mickey then is pulled into Wasteland, where we have all of our retired and forgotten, rejected characters. And Mickey finds out through his exploration and adventure that he inadvertently caused the disaster. And from that point, it becomes a story of retribution, sort of. He wants to make things right.
You know, once you say a world for forgotten and rejected characters, okay, what would bring such a world into existence? Well, you know, Disney was a guy who saved everything. Just look at the archives. And how could he bear to throw away his children, you know, his characters, his creations? And so the power of that idea brought into being this world. The decision to incorporate Disneyland was really easy.
Integrating Disney into the game actually was very easy because it was such a part of the core idea for Wasteland and developing it as where all of the forgotten things go to, not just the cartoon characters, but rides that have been taken out of the parks and replaced with other things. For developing Main Street and the core hub of Disney Epic Mickey was very straightforward and very easy. Warren wanted to keep that very distinct visual of getting onto the street, seeing all the way down to the Walt statue with the castle in the background.
One of the things that is so interesting about just Disney itself is some of the older cartoons, like you said, were dark, and there was a good guy and a bad guy, and you sort of knew that line, and we wanted to make sure we captured that, since we were talking about things from the past. We went into the archives and we had 80 years of history to pull from. Well, Oswald is, he was Walt's first character. He's mischievous, just like Mickey. He also has a prankster side to him. He's also fun-loving, trickster kind of guy as well. So you see a lot of the early Disney Oswald and Mickey. They seem to have a lot of the same characteristics.
We use him to pull on the strings of the player and Mickey, and hey, you're entering his world and you're changing it, deciding what tools Mickey was going to use. And we wanted to make it. Disney is so much art. We wanted to make it about the artistry of the experience, and so naturally, using a paintbrush. And then, how can we use that to make choice and consequence and manipulate, the world? You can paint it in, and then you can thin it out.
Paint and thinner, drawing and erasing, it's just about what kind of hero you want to be. What do you think defines a hero?
I think one of the fun things about this game, I think kids that grow up right now with Mickey and Mickey's Clubhouse and those sorts of things, I think they're going to enjoy seeing another side of Mickey. I think the gamers are going to appreciate the story. I think they're going to appreciate our adventurous side of what we're doing with Disney Epic Mickey. And then I think families, the older generations who maybe now have kids that are playing, are also going to see the things that we've pulled from the parks, the rides that we used, the mean streets, all the references that we used, and they're going to be able to look at that and say, I've been there, I've seen that, I remember when I went there, kind of thing. And so I think that's going to be a lot of fun for all ages.
Just as an outsider, I know that Disney has had a history of wresting franchises. One of the reasons I suspect things like Snow White is still relevant today, 70 plus years after it was created, is because Disney's smart enough to let people experience it and enjoy it, and then sort of pull it back and not over-exploit it. And in fact, it was just a couple of weeks ago when I realized, wow, Mickey hasn't been in a movie since The Three Musketeers, and that's kind of crazy. So I don't think it's so much that people don't accept him as a hero. I think it's just they have no experience of him as a hero. And I think once they get that experience, it'll be just fine.